buzzing after goals galore in the derby and in Europe this week. In terms of selection, both sides regular number ones today. Actually, wear 31. Edison is in between the posts for the hosts as ever. Kyle Walker's groin surgery was a success, but Joao Cancelo will switch across to right back in his absence. Ruben Diaz comes in. Nathan Ake looks like he'll play on the left. Rodri missed last weekend and returned to the bench in the week. He starts today for Ilkay Gundogan. And further forward, Erling Haaland needs just one Premier League goal to pull level with last season's top scorer in the top flight at the club, Kevin De Bruyne, with 15 incidentally. Riyad Mahrez joins him and Foden in Jack Grealish's place. Grealish is on the bench, as is Gundogan and Julian Alvarez. 4 defeats from 5 have seen the pressure increase hugely on the Southampton players and especially their boss. Former Manchester City youngster Gavin Bazunu is Southampton's regular shot stopper this season and wears the gloves again today. The defence in front of him is different by 2 from last weekend, with Romain Perraud and Mohamed Salisu replacing Doulé Chalatassar and ex-City youngster Juan Larios. James Ward-Prowse and Ibrahima Diallo will aim to stem the City flow and set the Saints on their way. Goalscorer from last time out, Joe Aribo, is joined by the Armstrongs, Stewart, who started that game, and Adam, who comes in for Sekou Mara. And there has been some mixing and matching up top of late for Southampton. Today, Che Adams looks likely to lead the line. The bench is home to the quartet who've dropped out and the experienced Theo Walcott.
Well, the 2 formations for sure. Manchester City setting up as that 4-3-3. It won't be at times. There'll be overloads in wide areas. All sorts coming through the midfield area with De Bruyne. And the same with Southampton. I think they'll set up in that 4-2-3-1. At times it'll be a 4-5-1, making it really difficult for City this afternoon. They have to get this right. Tough afternoon.
Foden with a touch. Joao Cancelo as well. And he is scampering forward here. Bazunu thought about coming to meet him. In from Cancelo. Mahrez maybe. And Bazunu at full stretch, and Foden juggling to try and succeed. It's a lightning fast start from Manchester City as ever.
Well, it's far too easy. It's not about being right and being well oiled and structured. And Joao Cancelo, it's a super ball in the box. Mahrez just filtering out on that back post, strikes it lovely, and then Phil Foden's almost got enough time to bring it down and have a turn and maybe get a shot off, and it makes it really easy in the end for Gavin Bazunu.
Haaland will steal that back. He's got runners, but he might fancy it on his own. Just burrowing his way through the challenges. And on he goes here. Bazunu out like lightning at his feet.
Oh, it's brilliant, real good play. And good defensive play from Southampton as well, because Haaland picks the ball up here, does really well. He's got options left and right, but it just shows that power and speed that he has. All of a sudden Southampton looks so disjointed, and it's just real poor pass. Absolutely fantastic, wasn't he, the weekend again? Showing what he's capable of, and this is the strength and depth this City side has.
Cancelo looking for Mahrez. Well, it sat up for him nicely. Just got right underneath it at the vital moment.
We'll just have a look at the technique here from Cancelo. It was a real tight call, wasn't it? I think you look across the line, he might have just got played on, but contemplated hitting it with the left, but the outside of the boot was absolutely first class from Cancelo. You can see he shapes up as if he's going to put that ball in with the left, but how he generates the pace and
keep over their opponents. Now Haaland on the run, on the ball, on target! Oh no, not quite! Well, it just looked like it was going to be all over again for Erling Haaland. But this time the post spoilt his moment.
Oh, it's brilliant. The movement from Foden just makes it all, and I think you can see Kevin De Bruyne goes across like he wants the ball, then it opens up the space for Erling Haaland, and, well, anything he touches turns to gold, and how on earth that comes off the inset for the post and comes out is beyond me, but it was almost everything perfect, wasn't it? And
De Bruyne Haaland goes down, Ake goes in, it's Mahrez. Well, he thought he got the technique right, the evidence proved otherwise.
Well, he's disappointed. I think he's got to pull something of real quality out. I'm not saying he hasn't got that, but yes, he does.
But on we go. Rodri for Foden. Walker-Peters in very late. The game allowed to go. Cancelo. And still. And still! Manchester City have wasted little time. Into their stride from the off. And in the goals within 20 minutes. And João Cancelo scores a goal of beauty. A terrific advantage played, and boy, did he make it count.
Well, he's been part of every attack going forward for Manchester City, and took 19 minutes, and the quality, yes, is definitely going to be a card for Kyle Walker-Peters, but João Cancelo, again, doing that little chop inside, outside, and the strike on the left foot, well, it just shows he's capable. With left or right foot, yes, it's through the legs. Kevin Bazunu, no chance at all of getting anywhere near that. It's sheer pace, it's power, and it is quality.
A delightful finish from a very talented player.
So I'm sure that Erling Haaland will start to venture and make that run across the near post eventually.
Bernardo Silva, Mahrez. He had space, just couldn't quite kill the ball in time. De Bruyne. Erling Haaland perhaps. And the block came flying in from Shea Adams.
That's a real brave block as well, isn't it, as it skids off the defender's head. A first touch from Haaland.
Poor touch from De Bruyne.
I'm just looking over to Walker-Peters, and he's furious about his defensive structure, really. Is that left-hand side again? It's a real opening, real problem.
Foden gallops through, and Bazunu stood really strong and had to for Southampton.
As I said, Walker-Peters, he wants to go and close down Cancelo. He's just leaving acres of space out there for
De Bruyne, Foden, loads of room, and a beautiful finish. Phil Foden continues to live the dream in Manchester City blue. Goals galore for him, and with style too.
Oh, it's first class, it really is, and it's just because they play so high up the pitch. Kevin De Bruyne, well, he's got options. Erling Haaland spinning out to the right and creating that bit of space for that man Phil Foden, who's in great form. Just shows brilliant composure, doesn't he? Doesn't have to flash or hit it hard. He just chips it straight over Kevin Bazunu. It's a brilliant, delightful little touch. And I tell you what, it's just been what's coming. Said about getting that second goal. There's only one way, it felt like it was going.
Haaland spinning and striding on, looking for Foden. He took it on himself.
I think most centre forwards, particularly when they pick the ball up like Erling Haaland does, I'm expecting him to play it out wide, but he's so direct, he's so positive. He wants to just drive towards goal, doesn't he?
Adam Armstrong now. Perrault wanted the ball back, instead it's Stuart Armstrong's, and it's a decent hit as well. Always rising, and in the end just that little bit too much.
And I'll tell you what, Dave, it's not just a decent hit, it's brilliant play from Southampton. It really is. It's not a million miles away from Stuart Armstrong. Big first touch, and then he just tries to hit that into that fast.
Diaz for Akanji. Mahrez. All of a sudden there's room for De Bruyne. And two to pick out in the middle. Ward-Prowse in the way. Bernardo Silva. Couldn't quite get the purchase or the angle he wanted.
Well, it's brilliant. It all starts from that right side with a little intricate passing. Mahrez De Bruyne, and then he's just looking for that little bit of movement. He gets it from Phil Foden, who comes all the way past Erling Haaland, and then it just comes out, and Bernardo Silva, well.
Akanji. Diaz for Ake. And now again for Cancelo. Foden's with him. Rodri's with him here. In towards Mahrez! Textbook technique and a third Manchester City goal. And maybe now they'll start to run away with this game.
It's brilliant. It's just magnificent to watch. And when I say about patience, build-up, approach play, this is first class. Mahrez, he could have had a hat-trick today, and he hasn't really featured much in the game, but Cancelo left-hand side just picking out Rodri. Just look at how he goes in. And Haaland just taking up two defenders. Also getting attracted to the ball, but Mahrez knows that that ball is going to get delivered, and it does. Inch perfect from Rodri. And I tell you what, the technique is absolutely first class, because he's got to adjust his body, he's got to hit it with pace, and he just absolutely adjusts perfect. The brilliant finish yet again from Manchester City, well worked.
7 goals in 14 games against Southampton for Riyad Mahrez. By Ward-Prowse. Cancelo. Mahrez. Rodri. Now Foden. Early for Haaland. Not quite.
Not far away. I'll tell you what, both on the same wavelength. Patient approach again, that movement. Phil Foden knows exactly where Erling Haaland wants the ball. It's at pace, it's difficult, but and sideways playing left back, and he's going out to create overloads. He's dropped into midfield, and that's the luxury that this City side have. They all look after each other's department at times.
Foden, delightful. De Bruyne, Haaland's there. Well, you'd have backed him, wouldn't you?
Well, it would have been some goal, because there must be 20 plus passes, and this pass here, well, De Bruyne on Haaland.
Gineppo and El Yunusi hovering for Southampton. Here's De Bruyne, here's Haaland on the gallop. Bazunu with a really strong paw. It was a really good touch from the goalkeeper, with Haaland bearing down on goal.
Yeah, it's excellent from Bazunu, witnessing the danger. Approach the ball through Kevin De Bruyne, and then that touch there that you just felt he was gonna just brush by Bazunu. He did brilliant. It's a big arm, strong.
Cancelo. Haaland waits, Mahrez waits, De Bruyne's hovering as well. This is Grealish. De Bruyne, Cancelo, Haaland! The Premier League has someone very special on its hands, and his name is Erling Haaland. That's 20 goals for the season in all competitions already in just 13 games. A number many would be happy with come May, but today is October the 8th. 4-0 City.
Well, we did say, is he going to get on the score sheet? He's absolutely remarkable. And Cancelo's been, for me, an outstanding player of the game. You just watch the 1-2, De Bruyne, one touch back, movement from that man Erling Haaland. It's only a half a yard, but it's all about the approach play, and then hitting it between the two defenders, straight at the legs of Gavin Bazunu. He's got no chance, straight through the legs. It's at pace, it's at power. Brilliant finish yet again from that man.
Well, he has had to be patient today. Chances have come and have gone.